This the book of Second Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars in the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonderful and powerful works, ending in effects and signs. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua, call Lord and Lord Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushua, Bahasham Barakatash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone rule, web and great example to his younger brothers in the truth, and peace and blessing to the hopeful elect, Lord, in this edifying, measured out time, diligently. Listen, I'm gonna get straight into it.
All right, listen to this story. Chinese researchers believe the Earth's inner core may have reversed its rotation. Just follow along here. Researchers analyzed seismic waves created by earthquakes as they passed through the planet along similar paths since the 1960s, and they found the inner core's rotation stopped between 2009 and 2020 and may have even reversed direction. The researchers believe such a reversal generally takes place every 7 decades, give or take. One expert not involved in the study notes that some scientists theorize that the inner core changes its rotation at shorter levels.
Recently felt like something was shifting under your feet?
This the book of Psalms. This the book of Psalms, chapter 82, and verse 1. I start at 1. I start at the top. It's short. I'll read the whole thing. It reads, Yahweh standeth in the it reads, Yahweh standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. How long will ye judge unjustly and accept the person of the wicked? Salute. And this is a song of Asaph. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to do justice to the afflicted and needy, according to the Israelites. Deliver the poor and needy, rid them out of the hands of the wicked, which is Esau and Edom. It say they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course. And that's a perfect scripture of what they saying, that the earth core is changing directions. Which is all Esau don't freaking know. Which if it is, that's a perfect precept to go with it, man. Going to show, hey, that the Bible is true, man. And they say, I have said ye are, yep, verse 6, it say, I have said ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O Yahweh, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. So hey, and that's going into Yahweh Shai in the in 144,000. Starting with Yahweh Shai 144, because the Lord already owns everything, man. But he's finna give it to his son. We're gonna be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai in the kingdom of Israel and the kingdom of heaven. Because the kingdom of Israel is the kingdom of heaven. But the point of that whole precept was verse 5. It say, all of the foundations of the earth are out of course. You know, for it to be shifting and spinning the opposite direction, the core of the earth, that means it's out of course, man, from what it usually was spinning.
What? does.
Researchers say we're likely experiencing a big change in the Earth's core.
Yeah, okay, so this is not cataclysmic, so everybody, it's okay, we don't have to overreact, but the Earth's solid inner core rotation has slowed down, and likely it's starting to reverse course. I know that sounds like a sci-fi movie,
Yeah.
but so the inner core is like a giant iron marble, kind of floating inside the outer core, which is a sea of molten iron and nickel. Now, we can't really monitor exactly what's happening in the inner core because, well, it's so deep, but we believe this change happens once every 70 years.
So like it. Now this fucking ice cream truck don't come through here no time. And all of a sudden the day, it's cold as hell, they want to drive through with this dumb ass music playing. They need no damn kids over here. But I know come swinging that big ugly ass bullshit through here. Never come through this motherfucker no other day. I'll be motherfuckers. This don't you supposed to be Easter egg hunting or some shit? Let me stop playing. Ain't nobody want no fucking ice cream, man. Cold as hell down this bitch. For the summertime, so to speak, springtime. Pretty cool out here today. We like it.
The researchers studied seismic wave activity since the 1960s, and that's led to the belief in the slowdown and this rotational switch. Now, there's no reason to fear, as I said, not the end of the world. At best, this could lead to our days being shortened by just like a millisecond, and the movement of
I ain't even hit it, but the scriptures say that the Lord gonna shorten the days for the elect sake. So even if it is a millisecond, the Lord shorten the days. And what if He shortened it an hour? You know, that'd be beautiful. You know, so but if that causes shortening of the days, plus with the other thing that the Earth's spinning faster than usual, that's shortening the time. That's the Lord doing these things, man.
magnetic north pole might shift just very, very slightly. You wouldn't even notice the difference if I hadn't told you.
So you're saying we don't have to do math or
You
anything?
don't have to
like,
do
this
math.
is
You don't have to
good.
do
Okay,
anything.
that was
Just
my
know
concern.
that the big marble inside is moving around.
Scott Withers always with the latest information.
Right, breaking the science down every single morning here.
And this is false science. They don't fucking really know, man. I don't believe they know. You know, which it could be, but I honestly don't think they know because they finna say something that's gonna lead to these next couple precepts and like it.
We can't drill straight down to the Earth's center. It's around 3,000 kilometers through the mantle just to the outer core. But scientists at Peking University in China found that seismic waves from earthquakes showed the Earth's core rotating, but also slowing down, and that it stopped just over 10 years ago and appears to be picking up speed, rotating now in the other direction. So what could that mean for the magnetic forces in and around the Earth? There's a powerful but delicate balance among the magnetic forces of the Sun, the Earth, and our planet's inaccessible interior. A magnetic field protects us from the Sun's radiation. We see the interaction of the solar wind and our magnetic fields in the northern lights.
It doesn't seem like a good idea to drill into the core of the Earth. What comes out? What are they trying to do?
Here's the thing. We all think if you drill that deep, you're going to pop the Earth and we're suddenly going to deflate. But the fact is, where they're going is the mantle, which is 85% of the Earth. So the largest part of the Earth we know nothing about.
So the largest part of the Earth you know nothing about. The largest part of you know nothing about the Earth nor the ocean. So let me get these couple precepts. This Job chapter 14 and verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. Yeah, because Esau had bounds that he can't pass. He can't search out the earth. He can't search out the, the heavens. He can't search out the oceans, you know. Because if he could, this would happen. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 30. I know it's in 31. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 31 and verse, like I'm talking about Isaiah, Jeremiah 31, and I know the point at 37. I want to start up. So I start at 37 at the point. It say, "Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth beneath searched out, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel from um, for all that they have done, saith the Lord." So if Esau could search these things out, then the Lord will, get rid of the nation of Israel, but he can't do these things. Um, yeah, that's pretty much the point. Keep moving.
Only known time machine is revealing new things about the universe. The James Webb Space Telescope is capable of looking back billions of years, and it's seeing things once thought impossible. UT researchers actually
Okay, let's get this because this nigga lying billions of years, and all this old crazy shit. But the Earth is not that old. The universe is not billions of years old. The sun ain't billions of years. Nothing that's been created is billions of years old. You know, time don't even go back that far. As far as us, the universe, the stars, the sun, the moon, that don't go back that far, man. And the Earth is the oldest thing in the universe. If you really want to, be technical about it, because this was formed first before the stars and the sun, the moon, and all that different stuff, according to Genesis chapter 1 on down, the first chapter. The earth was created first, then the ornaments of the heavens were created after. But this Job chapter 13 and verse 4, it say, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value." Yeah, Esau is a forger of lies, man. All this nigga do is lie and see who gonna believe it. You know, that's why the Lord told our people in John, "You're your father the devil, who abode not in the truth. He was a liar and the father of it." Roughly paraphrase. I'm gonna grab it real quick. It's the book of John, chapter 8, and verse 44. They read, "Ye are of your father the devil," speaking of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He is the devil. And all people that cleave to them, they in the same manner of this man, wicked. They say, "In the lust of your father you will do." He was a murderer from the beginning, going back to Cain and Abel. Cain murdered his brother Abel. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speak of a lie, he speak of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Yeah, because when the Lord asked him, "Where's your brother Abel?" and he sat there and lied, man, knowing he just killed him. He killed his brother, then lied to the Lord. Like, I don't know. Am I my brother keeper? You know, he lied in the garden as the serpent. He lied to the woman. He say, "Eat of the fruit of the tree of life. It's gonna make you as a god." Well, the lie, that wasn't the lie. The lie was, he said, "You shall surely not die." That was the lie. You know. So this nigga was a liar from the beginning. Beginning. Um, and then I was gonna grab that Psalms 83, but I ain't got to, because these nations are all in confederate with Esau. They all in one consent together. All the heathen nations. That's why they right alongside drilling in the earth, trying to create suns, trying to so-called go to the moon, trying to do all these other different things that they can't do, man, because they basically they not basically they are taking orders from Edom. These international bankers, that's from run China. That's who run all these heathen nations, these bankers. These heathens, not Edomites, and these other countries, they not. China ain't got next. Japan and all these countries. No, they playing off the tune of the international bankers, man. That's why every uh country, nation in the earth has they connected into those central banks. You have a central bank in China, central bank in Russia. Uh, I think the only place that might, it's only a couple places that might don't have, but I think Iran was one. Am I saying that right? Yeah, Iran and maybe somewhere else. But majority of the places on the earth are covered. Esau got it covered. You know, as far as central bank, Esau's with the one quote. He said, "Give me control of a nation's money, and I don't give a damn who make the law." One of those elite bankers. They give me control of their money. I don't care who make the law. Give me control of the resources, the money, and shit. I'ma swim in the way I want them to go. If they don't get down with the program, we're gonna get them took out of there, man. Get them knocked off. All these nations, the presidents and shit like that, is in cahoots with Esau Edom. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go and get it because he was talking about China discovered that the Earth core reversed and all this shit. See, they doing research just like Esau Edom, trying to discover some shit because they are enemies too. The so-called Chinese are enemies. The so-called Africans, the true Africans, they are enemies. Japanese or Arabs, they are enemies to the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. This the book of Psalms chapter 83 and verse 1. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And that's what these devils have done. They trying to cut us off for won't be in remembrance to the Lord. But the Lord will never forget his people. And you devils, all you nations, man, have bounds that you cannot pass. And this is the last of the heathen rule. No heathen after America, Babylon, the Great Fall will come into power, man. When World War III happened, it ain't gonna be no China coming up out of the bunkers, Russia coming out the bunkers, which are also Edomites, saying we did it. We took down America. No, yeah, gonna come out in chains, and Israel's gonna be coming down out of those ships, man. To take the earth, like Brightburn said at the end.
Discovered the images.
All right, from Fox 35 Mission Control, a new image from the James Webb Telescope. Take a look. This is a molecular cloud. It is so cold and so dark, various molecules have frozen to grains of dust. This is more than 600 light years away from Earth. Scientists say the cloud offers the most comprehensive array of icy ingredients that can be used to make future generations of stars and planets.
And the further it looks, the further back in time.
And they make just dust and molecules and clouds. A planet just form out the blue like that. The Lord, the Lord Spirit is in the earth, man. Literally, that's why you can't really say, oh, it ain't no molten lava in the earth because shit, it's a fire within us, man. That's why your body warm while you living. When that spirit leave, you go cold. Same with the planet, man. It could possibly be molten and lava and stuff in the core of the earth. Whatever you want to call it, which I believe that it is because that's what volcanoes and stuff like that come, they erupt and smoke and lava come out and it turn into earth. I ain't saying that, but the point being is none of this stuff creates itself. It ain't just A cloud floating around there and a planet form out of nowhere. No, the Lord moved upon it. He used his angels. You know, his his um his angels to create these different things. You know, Yahweh Shai was the chief angel of creating things. Then the first fruits with him, 144,000 with him when all these things were being created. And then before he passed, he said, "I go to prepare a place for you. In my Father's house are many mansions." You know, going saying what? There ain't no telling what's going on. He probably orchestrating other planets and different things to be created. You know, through the angels.
it sees.
So the image we are seeing at this moment is not what the galaxy looks like now. It's what the galaxy looked like when that light left it.
When you think about a galaxy, you probably think of the Milky Way. But there are more than one type of galaxy.
One is more like a watermelon shaped galaxies, and the other is like a frisbee.
Bars are found in spiral galaxies.
It's almost like a cylinder, and it stretches from the center of the galaxy to the outer parts.
Galaxies like the Milky Way use the bars to form new stars.
They help to solve the supply chain problem in galaxies, right? They take the gas that's in the outer part of the galaxy, they bring it to the center.
Dr. Jogi said they didn't expect Webb to see what it did.
Not only did it show really clearly these barred galaxies at 20% of the age of the universe, but surprisingly, these bars were also very well developed.
The discovery reshapes what we know about galactic evolution.
The fact that we are seeing bars early in the universe means there's a new channel to form new stars very early on in the universe.
And drill down into an area of the Earth where you get pristine samples that haven't seen light since the earliest days of the solar system.
Wow. So as we mentioned, they first started this back in '61. They got down pretty far, but they stopped. Why? What happened?
Well, a couple of things happened. First of all, they had some technical breakdowns, but also 1961 was the point that America began looking up at the moon, not down at the core of the Earth or at the mantle of the Earth.
What are we hoping to find in this material?
Here's a couple of fascinating things. First of all, seismic scientists know that when you get below a certain level, it's called the MOHO discontinuity, a term I love. It sounds like gibberish. It's a great term. Exactly. But it's where seismic waves speed up. And if you learn more about those seismic waves, you can learn more about earthquakes. You can also maybe find extreme life forms that deep down.
Really? So what are the life forms they think?
This Ecclesiasticus chapter 42 and verse 22. Oh, how desirable are all his works, and that man may see even to sport. Yeah, because Esau hasn't discovered shit for real. When we get control of the earth, we're gonna discover all kind of different things. The Lord gonna open us up. We're gonna be able to extract things from out of the earth that are hidden from Esau, man. We're gonna be able to do some miraculous things and find some of everything, man. You know, it's a lot to the earth that man know nothing of. It's a lot to the universe that man know nothing of. The ocean, man know nothing of. We only see into a spark. All the plants, the animals, everything that man know is on a spark of the Lord's creation, man. That's heavy. And guess what? Let me get this precept, because guess what? We can't figure all these things out in a lifetime. It's gonna take a while to figure all this out. This the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 37 and verse 25. It say the days of the life of man may be numbered, but the days of Israel are innumerable, and that's what we're gonna need to, discover all these things, to learn all this stuff, to inherit the Lord's creation. We need eternity. The Lord say He's gonna make us in His image, in the image of His own eternity. Roughly paraphrase.
Well, you have life forms on Earth called extremophiles. They survive in extreme environments, down at hot vents, locked in desert rocks. Here, it's possible you will find forms of life that are that deep in the Earth that live on methane. And living on methane is sort of a template for extraterrestrial creatures.
Wow. All right.
This this the book of Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 18. It say, "For thus saith the Lord that created the heavens and the earth." That created the heavens. Yahweh himself that formed the earth and made it. He have established it. He have created it not in vain. He formed it to be established. I am the Lord Yahweh, and there is none else. See? The Lord is, man, not a cloud in outer space and it formed other clouds and planets. No, man, that ain't what's going on. The Lord uh, sanctioned things to be formed. It won't just form on his own. Evolution is some bullshit. On this book, Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 5, I get this too since I got it. It say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, He that created the heavens and stretched them out, He that spreadeth forth the earth and that which cometh out of it. He giveth breath unto the people upon it, and the spirit to them that walk therein. I, the Lord, have called thee. That's pretty much the point 5, verse 5. The Lord is the one who stretched out the heavens, who created, these different things, and give life to it. The planet don't just form out of nowhere. The Lord spoke the word and it was formed. Going back to Yahweh Shai, man. All things were formed of him, from him. Let's get that real quick. This the book of this the gospel according to John, St. John. It say in the beginning was the word, Yahweh Shai, and the word was with Yahweh, and the word was a power. The same was in the beginning with Yahweh. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. So without the Lord and his only begotten son was none of these things created. Going back to Yahweh Shai, the word, Yahweh Shai is the word. Without him was none of these things created. It say in him was life, and the life was the light of men, and the light shineth in darkness, and in darkness comprehended it not. And that's pretty much the point. I think it's something similar to jumping down. Similar. Similar. That's pretty much the point. I can read verse. That's pretty much the point. I ain't gotta read it. Just the point. In the beginning, I reread it. In the beginning, I read verbatim. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. Going into Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the Word, and He was with the Lord in the beginning. The Lord, only thing the Lord created was Yahweh Shai. The Heavenly Father only created His Son, and His Son got the blueprint from His Father and created everything else, man. And the power, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to create the rest of these things that are created, man. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to end it giving all honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, rule with and grace up to the younger brothers in the truth. Peace and blessings to the host of the Shalom. Form Yashala, above, Shalom.